and welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is doing well. Well, I hope you did go to church because I did. Remember, God is the only answer. It's the only way. It's the only way that you can live, and knowing that He is there with you no matter what. I know other people right now are going through a lot of things in our community, as Zambian community. We just had so many funerals, and my condolences to everybody who have lost a loved one, and most important one that I know that I'm close to. You don't have to be close to somebody else, but Auntie Trinus, I'm with you. I'm praying with you, and stay strong. It hasn't been easy, and God is in control. And therefore, I come to the topic. I think in diaspora we have so many funerals. We had so many funerals, God. But guess what? Beside the funerals, God is in control and He's around. He's with us. So today's topic, or I would say today's title, is Let Go, Let God, Trusting His Plans. Listen, we are on earth for one reason only. We have to believe and live knowing that you got to trust God. You are surviving because God is with you. I don't know your faith, but whatever you believe in, at least everybody knows there's some higher power that's right there. It's just not us. And I brought him here because I'm going to just talk about trusting God and let God lead. Because most of the time we are so caught up in our world and we want things to happen. And remember, God is not a genie. God is God. And sometimes you have to wait His plans. So you have to be trusting His plan. So today we're going to start with understanding how faith works. So when we come to understand how faith works, because people just get like, oh, I have faith. I got faith. I can just do this and then it's going to happen like that. We have to be able to understand how faith works because like I said, God is not genie. God is God. So what we need to do is, what is faith? Why is it important in our daily routine to have faith, to understand what God does and how it works? I think we have to be aware that we are human being that God created. And we have to have faith, but we have to understand the importance of having faith. I'll give you a couple of examples here and then, and I'm not professional. I am not a preacher. All I know is I'm a child of God and I believe in what I'm saying, what I am saying. You may not follow it, but guess what? You can learn 1 or 2, 3 things from there because that's what God wants us here for. We are not on earth for a reason, and we all have to impact somebody at some point. We have to have a good shepherds. We have to have faith and we have to believe in everything we do. We're not perfect, but there's God and there's forgiveness. So guess what? Our sin have been forgiven a long time ago. So now I'll get back to my understanding how faith works and what's faith and why is it important to have faith in our daily routine. And I was trying to say, for me, I believe in it works for me. I believe when I get up in the morning, I open my Bible, I do my devotional, and I post it. And I think I have said that I post my devotional on my WhatsApp to my family and friends who are with me. They go through it, they read it. And there was a time that I did not post. One of my friends, who she's a Muslim, and she contacted me the day that I didn't post. And she says, Winnie, what's happening? Are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. But she said, but you didn't post your devotionals because those things helps me. And that gives me the courage of doing more and more because I just don't post it for myself. There's somebody out there. And some things are just part of the routine. Like for me and my children, how our day routine is. We get up in the morning. Before we get into the car, before I turn on the car, Malumbo prays. Before we pray, we have affirmation that I do. So usually I'll touch his head or I'll just talking to him. So I say to him, you are, and he says, I am the head, not the tail. You are positive. You are a great person. If somebody brings you bad energy, what do? You give him love. And then I go, I think it's Philippians 7 verse 4. Yeah. I try to give him those daily devotion or daily affirmation, and it just gives him the love and peace. Even if he goes through issues at school, he goes and tell me, "Mommy, somebody did something to me, and how I did it, I just say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthen me. I am the head, not the tail, and I am positive and not negative energy. If somebody brings you bad energy, you give them love." And I feel like those things have helped my kids to just know that no matter what, I might not be there, but God is with them. So for me, daily routine and faith in my household, it works well. So I understand how faith works because I believe in just putting it out there, and then the energy you throw into the society the moment you open the door to see how the world works. If you have faith and if you are walking in the street, trust me, we're not perfect. By the way I'm going to look at you to see it, but the moment you believe that, faith is with me, faith works with me, it just gives you the thing that good for you. So that's what happens. Secondly, I'm gonna talk about, sorry about that, I think we had a glitch. When you have children, you gotta go and attend to them, so sorry about that. And then again, I'm leaving that, how faith works. I'm going to surrender it to God. So when you are moving around and things are hard, sometimes we go through the hard times. And I'll just give it to you a little bit of what was happening to me yesterday. So I was like, one of those days you just like, let me pass by the store. I'm gonna go to the store and grab something and then go home. So as I'm walking at the parking lot, oh, I know it's not easy. I'm walking at the parking lot, and then I'm talking. I think I was talking to my mom or my sister, somebody, and then I'm like, oh, I see the disabled. Like, over here when you park on the disabled, they're gonna tow your car. So I'm parking on the disabled spot. I'm like, you know what? This guy is moving. Let me just wait for him to move, and I'm gonna go in and park. So as I'm talking, minding my own business, chat it up. It's Friday. I got off in time. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get over here, grab 1-2 things, go home, watch my Netflix, chill. It's Friday. I forgot that where I parked, I didn't move my car. It was for disabled. Yep. That's God's plan. Not God's plan in such a way, surrendering it to God's plan. It's not my fault. Those things happen. There's different examples that I would give, but I'm like, what do you do on those situations? So I park my car, and then I come out. I'm like, Titi, where my car keys? What's going on? Where's my car? My car was stored because I made a mistake. But when they tow your car, you pay so much money, and I was upset. I was irritated with it, but I just let go. And I was like, gosh, I'm supposed to be fixing my car instead of me paying for these people. Now I'm just gonna go and pay these people. But between the time I was the time my car was stolen, the time they towed my car to the time I went to the tow truck and do all those things, I was on the waiting. When I cleared everything else, now on my way home, I found there was traffic. There was crazy traffic, and I'm like, what's happening here? Why is it too much traffic? It's God's plan. The time I was gonna leave, if I did not go all those things that I did, yes, I lost the money because I had to pay, but it's God's plan because there was accident that had happened. Who knows? So sometimes when you surround yourself with God's plan, He take you away from things, and when you're walking by faith, not by sight, it just gives you that understanding how God works. So this is just for you guys to encourage you. Sometimes we go through difficult moments. Just always remember walking by faith, not by sight, because God, He has given us this spirit of discernment. He has given us understanding. Sometimes when things happen or when you're fighting with yourself, you're like, why is this happening? It's because God is speaking to you, but you're not paying attention. So in this era where we are, things are happening so much, especially here in the US. I can't say much. We know things happening in immigration, things happening at people at the airport. We have earthquakes. We have this. Even this moment, I think me and my friend, we talked about the other day, in every situation, we have to look at it this way. There's good that will come out of it. Not every situation is bad. Don't you ever sit down and think, God, I'm going through this situation. When am I going to get out of there? Because God himself, right? He knows. So we always have to let go and let God, because trusting his plan is the best thing you could ever do. And I'm going to give you another little example. I'm not staying here for more than 2 hours or that. I'm just going to stay for maybe a good 30 minutes. When you surrender to God, when you let God work for you, when you realize that you are not in charge, God is in charge. It's the best. I'm telling you. I know. I have been through it. It's the best. And it's crazy. So how to release the control and trust that God is working even when it doesn't make sense. When you trust God, when you're trusting God and believing that it's going to be okay, even if it doesn't make sense. I'll tell you myself, oh my gosh, I cannot even begin to say it. I cannot begin to say it. And so many things, in the small things that God has been doing it, and sometimes it doesn't even make sense, but it does, because he loves me and I trust him. And most of the time I just say, God, you are in control. God, you got this. A little example of life, that are things that I've been through. When I knew that I was pregnant with my son, they told me my son was gonna have a cyst. I don't know what it was at. And then I was like, God, how is this gonna happen? And they give you 50%. And I was about 30 something when I was pregnant. And then they say, oh, you're older. This is what's going to happen to your son. So if we do this, this can happen. And then I just told myself that this is not going to work. This is not the way wind works. And for me, if you know me, I pray and I'm going to fast and pray. But I couldn't do that because all I did was like walking by faith and not by sight. I trusted him that one day, whatever these people are saying is not going to work. So they told me that you have to be coming to the hospital every Wednesday. And I have work. And guess what happened? When I went to work, that was January. When I found out about January, February, when I went to work, something happened and I was told, Winnie, don't worry about coming in the morning. You can be reporting to work at 11. I was like, oh, and then you'll be closing 6. I was like, okay, this is great. So guess what? The hospital told me I have to be coming every week for checkup because my son was going to have a cyst. I didn't know about it. Go to work. Instead of starting at 9, I'm going to start at what time? 11. This carried on for almost 2 years. So I had the opportunity to go doctor's appointment on Wednesdays without calling out, without any issues. I'll just get up in the morning, drop my daughter to school and go to the hospital at 9, get the checkup and then go to work. And then I used to be like, this is crazy. So when I say God's plan, surrounding yourself with God's plan and letting it go, it works so well, and walk by faith, not by sight. This went on for 9 months. And then when my son was born, he didn't have none of those. Whatever that the doctor had said, my son didn't have that. So today, I just wanted to come here and encourage you that, let go and let God and trust his plans. We go through different situations in family, friends, funeral, or losing a partner, losing a friend, some friendship change. Sometimes we just have to let God let go and let God. And he moves us from here to there. I think gamuli bakuzambya mu following bati mwamfumyapa mwamfishapa mwamfumyapa mwamfishapa mwelesa wachikuku. I reason to that song very well, because in every situation that God is leading me on, I take it. And listen, I get so disappointed when things happen. If you see me, I'll be like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? But when I go back, I'm like, God, thank you did that. I didn't even know that this was gonna happen. And I'm just gonna go in. I try not to talk about the father to my kids. I'm sure he's a good dad, but he messed up in some ways, and I feel sorry for him. And I look at him now and I say, there was a reason why he had to be in my life, and I respect that. But I feel sorry for him because when you are a man and then you feel the need of not to be your children's life because of your own ego. Listen, money can buy love. Money cannot buy love. And then you have to realize it, like every time the kids are growing up, all the time the kids are blossoming, and you're missing out. And it's just for every, even women, either baby daddy or husband or ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, whatever the situation is. If you're in your children's life, if you can try to make it when they're still young, trust God and let God. It's very important, because these children we are raising up, if they have the love of the parents, if the parents are alive or not, it really gives the kids the stability. But not even that. I have come to realize it. Sometimes people sit down and say, oh no, I'm going to wait because I'm now with my ex, therefore my kids are not going to be the same. No. Most of single parents, I am a single parent. I would say that the single parent, but I have a partner, I'm a single parent, and I have my friends who are single parent, and I know we are doing an amazing job. I love you guys. You know yourselves, you guys, single parents. Hey, my people, I love you. We are doing the best that we can because we have surrendered everything. We have let God lead. Therefore, it gives us so much energy and so much power. We are trusting Him to raise our children. And no matter how difficult that you're going through, we've been walking by faith. We understand how faith works. We understand how God's work and His plans. It's so amazing to see us raising these kids and becoming awesome children. And I don't want us to be able to give excuse. We never wish. No, even if by yourself, as long as you let go and let God and trusting Him, He will help you. And you have to understand, sometimes money can buy love. The little that you can have, you'll be able to, God will sustain it. Like it makes it multiply. Like I feel like in my life, God has been multiplying things, and I'm like, damn, even that one, because I have let go. So for today, I just want to encourage everyone. I'm like, you know what? We always have to owe it to God, and God has been good to all of us. And I just want us to be able to, like, you know, sometimes I'm not going to drink it. Sometimes things are a bit difficult, but believing God is really works well. When you trust in Him, it really works well. How to believe God is doing His own thing. Yes, God does His own thing at His own time. And I'm going to say this, God is not a genie. We have to start believing that in every decision that we have, in every session that we go through, He is there. Even if you are crying that, my gosh, how am I going to move out of here? He is there. He has His own role He plays in our lives. And then we have to know that, and we have to know that sometimes when we are walking by faith, we have to understand that there are relationships, careers, and growth in our lives. He and his own time. He will surrender. He will give you all that you need because he knows what you deserve for. But sometimes we are so quick. We are so quick to want. We are so quick to like, let someone impele anything from the fire. No, it doesn't do it. It does it its own time. And the best time, when God give you what you want and it's the best time, you're going to be smiling, you're going to be grateful, you're going to enjoy it because it's own time. It comes out and you're going to be grateful. So in everything that we believing in God, in everything that we want God to do it, we have to wait for its own time. So today it's just like, let go and let God. Trusting his plan is the best you could ever do. So happy Sunday, and I hope you follow me, Miss Erin, on the Insaka Talk Show 24/7. We're gonna post this on YouTube and TikTok and all that platform. But you know what? If you have anything you want to share, or if you want to come on the Insaka Talk Show, you're welcome. Today, my name is Winnie, the host of the Insaka Talk Show, and I am part of non-profit organization, the Williamson Rock Foundation, with our youth. And then I have so much going to be happening this 2025. So in this 2025, we have AIDS Walk Zambia, we have AIDS Walk New York, we have a high tea party in New York, and we have concert coming up. So I am excited to what's come. So stay tuned. Love you. Have a blessed day. God bless.